You got anything later tonight?
Not really. I'm free.
Are you thinking about what I'm thinking? We fly at
Why-
Las Vegas.
because we need to
We
go
need
to
to go to
Ramsey's
Ramsey's
restaurant.
restaurant.
Preferably
Preferably the one at
Caesar's
Caesar's
Palace.
Palace. But wait,
There's
two
two
at
at
Caesar's.
Caesar's Palace.
Are you thinking about the one inside or the one outside? Because I'm obviously thinking about the one outside.
inside.
Son of a, who thinks of the one outside? Or
My
inside?
Tommy.
Dude, we were so close, dude. We were
Yeah.
so damn close.
Yeah, we were.
That was a waste on the intro. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Goodfellas Show, the #1 podcast, hopefully, in the Bay Area, where Ethan and I reveal exposing stories about ourselves, our experience so far with 2021, and having a delightful conversation with our guests, selected or requested. Guys, it's so great to be back on this wonderful environment of Zoom. We have entered. Yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of COVID-19 becoming, or the World Health Organization announcing that COVID-19 is now a pandemic. Ethan, so what'd you do yesterday? Did you celebrate?
Yes, I celebrated with volleyball.
Excellent. Yeah, because the virus looks like a volleyball. Splendid, dude.
Yeah,
Splendid.
see?
Mm-hmm. Good thinking. Good thinking.
Exactly.
It's great to be back after a week break. Last episode with Ali Har, I was in Los Angeles for a baseball showcase, and obviously it went well. Yeah. Otherwise, it's so exciting to be back. We have Jonah and Jordan today, the JJ Bros. Without further ado, let's bring them in. I got nothing else to say because we're gonna waste our time after this interview explaining the Golden Globes, Ali's episode review, Ethan's time to nerd out. Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
Uh-huh.
And sports, baseball and volleyball beginning. Are you talking about the one in high school?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, let's bring in Jonah Goodnight, the man who watches or loves sport documentaries during history class, and Jordan Padilla. Oops, I might have exposed him, but you'll cut that out, right? But okay. Well, and then we have his bro, Jordan Padilla. So here we go.
Hot.
Hey guys, Hey boys,
Welcome.
what's up? SHC Fresh again, uniting. Jonah and Jordan, how's it going, guys?
What up? It's going good. It's going good.
That,
Good. Really good.
Thanks for joining with us, guys. We're so excited to have you, and thank you for doing
Yeah,
this
thanks
again.
for having us on.
Yeah, for real.
Obviously, all of you, all of us go to Sacred Cathedral, and we obviously we're back on campus, and that's the most exciting part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that
and definitely. But before I go into our school related stuff, yesterday marked the 1-year anniversary of COVID-19 becoming a pandemic. Did you guys celebrate or anything? I don't know how else to say it, but
All right, yeah. It's been so interesting because you've been away from school, and last year at this time, it's been kind of like the 8th grade, the last part of 8th grade. You already know what high school you're going to.
Yeah.
It's that last couple months would have been so much fun at school, but I mean, we've been stuck at home, but we've been getting through it, and it's going back to school now, and it's been really good. Yeah.
Jordan, what about you?
Well, I didn't really do anything. I kind of was doing
obviously. Yeah.
This last few weeks, they're not even comparable how last year was. This year's been much more stressful than last year was. Well, just because we actually have in-person school now. Last year we got to slack off and enjoy being at home for the first 2 weeks, and then they finally endorsed online school.
Yeah. But that's when Zoom was introduced. Yeah.
Yeah. But honestly, I just thought of how times were different, how everyone that I knew, that was my bubble, but now it's advanced, it's just grown so much more over the past months, only mostly from Zoom and like on like yeah, mostly Zoom, like online like learning experiences, like with Rodrigo Blankenship. Me and Jonah did one.
Definitely. And also, I want to ask you guys. So we've entered more than a year in when coronavirus entered the U.S. How have you guys handled the quarantine situation? I will start off with Jonah.
All right, yeah. So the beginning, it was so interesting because I was seeing a couple friends like right after school got out because we were so excited because school
Yeah.
got out and all that,
Mhm.
and then it slowly started to get worse, and I was like starting to hang out less, staying at home more, and then it was like you always have to stay home, and it
Mhm.
was it was pretty crazy, and like there was tons of video games. We played video games all day,
Mhm.
and we still had it. It was like a month after the shutdown where we started basketball practice again and I started to see all the teammates and all that.
Mhm.
So yeah, it was super interesting, and I got to meet so many new people like during FaceTime and all that.
Definitely. Jordan, what about you?
Like Jonah said, like the beginning was more like just trying to like go out with friends as much as you could, like maximize like 2 weeks that we had off.
Mhm.
But like I never like got to go out, so it's like but like during that time I developed like a bunch of hobbies. Like I like skating now. Found out during quarantine. But yeah, with basketball and we had practice still. Like we
Mhm.
could only do like select things. Like first it was like online for like a few weeks, but then it progressed into in person. And like sure we couldn't like go against each other and like play like normal like a normal scrimmage. Um, but we still like got to see each other, which that was like the main thing.
Yeah, totally. I mean, at least you guys stayed in touch. That's the positive part of the quarantine season. Ethan, what do you have next?
So going into being back on campus, how was your first experience being in a high school environment?
Yeah, so I believe at the start it was just freshmen and sophomores, so I didn't get to see all the older kids. And I had like a good amount of friends in my cohort, so it was easier to connect with them, but like finding classes and all that and like meeting all the like learning my way around the school. It was a little hard at the first couple of days, but then I really started to just get into it.
Jordan?
Yeah, I agree with Jonah. It like took me like a week to like get used to like where my classes were. Now it's kind of like routine when I go inside and like go in class. But I feel like for me, like the hardest part was like I'm in a different cohort from Jonah, and most of my friends are in Jonah's cohort. So I had like three familiar faces, and I just had to go off that and like go on my own and try to make new friends. Which
So
it
would
wasn't
you
that hard because um like sports, like the sports talk started coming up like very quickly. But it took a little bit to like find out like what people like enjoy doing and like trying to relate with them and talk to them about it.
so would you guys say you would prefer in-person school instead of online, or like which would you prefer like doing?
Yes. So I honestly do like the hybrid learning and all that. I mean, I know it's all different, but I just think going to like school 5 days a week, waking up at like 7 a.m. and all that, and like having sports after school, and you'd get home at like 7 or 8, and you'd have to do homework and all that. I kind of like just maybe like a couple more hours or a couple more days just at home and not at school. Um, like where it's slowly getting back to normal, where we have sports and all that, but kind of just not going, just easing our way back into what it was like before.
I agree with Jonah to some extent. I do like my days at home because I actually get to sleep in to like 8:40. I'm not gonna lie. Um, that's like the best part though. Like I get much more sleep when I have at home school, but like in person school is definitely much more enjoyable because like the people around me, like now I have like a good amount of friends within like the cohort that like I didn't even know I didn't like have friends with like these people. But um, honestly, I kind of like the hybrid schedule because you get both relaxation and then like the enjoyment of like going in person.
So have you guys gotten into involved in anything at SHC ever since you went back in person?
Yeah, so I'm on the tennis team, and yeah, the tennis team has been really really fun. It's after school like every day. I got to meet like so many new people, and especially like the older kids are on the same team. So that was really fun. It's getting back to like normal like sports after school and all that, and you get to meet so many new people.
Dang,
Uh,
tennis. Our first tennis player.
Yeah.
he's a
That's
beast.
awesome.
Um,
Jordan, what about you?
I signed up for football. Well, I was gonna do tennis and football because the schedule would work out.
Mhm.
But since like football, because at first football was like our cohort days. Those are the days that we'd have practice, and then we have the rest of the week off. And I was like, oh, I can make like the second half of like tennis practice for the week. But football, the both cohorts got combined, and now it's practice every day of the week plus Saturday, and it just didn't work out. So I chose football.
And our first football player. That's amazing. We always had volleyball players, baseball players, and basketball players, but finally we have some different sport people here. Thank God. So both of you, Jonah and Jordan, you two have been friends for how long?
I would say like third, maybe fourth
Yeah.
grade.
Third
Yeah.
grade.
Did you guys go to the same school?
No.
No, we
I
didn't.
would assume that you guys were friends through basketball. From
Yeah.
what I know.
Yeah. It was like third grade. Bay City, which is our like our club. It was like new at the time, but my parents saw the opportunity, they signed me up for it. And then from there, me and Jonah just made the same team, and we've been friends ever since.
And would you guys consider yourself, or do other people recognize you too as like a duo for like a Bay City team, or is there, or another specific type of people?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had like an actual like tournament or like indoor basketball and all that for probably it was like more than a year basically. And we've gotten so much better. Like we've practiced like basically every day because that was kind of the only thing you could really do. And we've gotten so much better and been working out together, like working out in basketball and all that. So we got a lot better together.
Yeah, and
Definitely.
even like outside of basketball, like people just see us and they're like, "Oh, yep, obviously it's just them two."
Yeah.
And you two have been, from what I noticed at lunch, well, Jonah, you and I are both in the same cohort. I would obviously assume that Jordan would be part of that friend group. You know, you always join that friend group with the other people, like or like so, some of your friends have been on our podcast, including like Brianna, Karina. Um, we were about to have Jack Kennedy and Barkley at one time, but scheduling conflicts arise. But so how have you guys entered that friend group? Is it through connections through again for basketball or like schools or camps?
Jody, you want to answer this or
Yeah, sure. I got it. So like we started with basketball. A lot of us have been on the same basketball team. And then kind of through like Jack's baseball team, we've met all these new people. And they all like went to Sacred Heart. And we've kind of just all meshed together, like the basketball crew and then the baseball crew. And then we've all just came together and it's been really fun.
Ethan, what do you have next?
So basketball seems to be a big part of your guys' life. So obviously we don't have that currently this year, I don't think, for SHC. But next year, when basketball hopefully comes back, are you guys gonna try out for the team?
For sure. We've actually like heard around from like a few coaches that on the pace that like the COVID cases are like like going down and like we're going down in tiers. It's looking like and we should have basketball in April.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Hopefully we keep like, going down in tiers. So that could happen, but don't really know yet.
And then we ask this to all of our sports players, but do you guys see yourself like moving on past high school, possibly playing college ball, and then possibly even more than that?
Yeah, it'll be really, really hard, especially because we didn't have a freshman year. We didn't have a freshman team. But I mean, you'll go against like more competition as you get like older through all the school years. So it'll be, I mean, we're obviously going to try our hardest to try and get to the next level. And we just keep working, and hopefully we can have, some games this year and then throughout the summer and then next year. So hopefully, I mean, we keep working really hard. I mean, it could possibly happen.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point where me and Jonah have like practiced with each other so much that we know each other's like favorite like moves and we know like to counter each other. So it's like when we play like other like friends, we just absolutely destroy them. So it's to the point me and Jonah just have to guard each other because we're like each other's kryptonite.
Are you guys playing? You guys like playing with each other or against each other? It's kind of like a brotherhood kind of personality, I would assume, between you two.
It like depends on like who we have like around us. Like if it's like
I see.
if we have like people who just aren't as like talented at basketball, we usually like split up. But if it's like against like people who are actually like pretty good, we like possibly we try to team up, but people, it doesn't really happen often.
Definitely. And that concludes with our time with your guys' segment. Thank you guys for joining us. It really means a lot after a week off break. Thank you guys for scheduling this. Please follow Jordan and Jonah on the Instagram, at them on Snap. Link is in the description below. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Jonah and Jordan, thank you guys for being here. It's an honor.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for having us on.
Yeah, thank you.
And see you guys in history.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys. This has been the Goodfellas Show. Thank you, Ethan, for joining us. Thank you to everyone who's watching at home. We'll see you guys next week. This has been the Goodfellas Show. Bye, y'all. Thank you.